So, I rarely review movies on my channel because I usually don't watch movies unless it's a comedy movie. And I'm not into just any sort of comedy. The types of comedies I like are usually smart comedies disguised as dumb comedies or meta slash self-aware comedies. But when my favorite YouTuber, Jaydaddy, announced he was making a movie, it piqued my interest immediately. So my favorite YouTubers back in the day used to be Smosh, and then it was Filthy Frank. But when Smosh announced they were making a movie, I was like, oh, yeah, Shane Dawson and Fred made a movie. I can't wait to see what the Smosh movie is going to be like. The thing is, the Fred movie was definitely a Fred movie. It adapted its source material exactly the way it was on YouTube. Whether it was good or bad is kind of up to you, but it was absolutely a Fred movie. When Shane Dawson made his movie, it was definitely a Shane Dawson movie, and I'm talking about not cool. It wasn't called Shane Dawson TV the movie, it was definitely his old brand of humor, right? It was definitely a Shane Dawson movie. Then Smosh comes out with their piece of shit movie. They called it Smosh the Movie, and it was so far from being a Smosh movie that it is currently my least favorite movie of all time just because of how fucking disappointed I was. So then my expectations for YouTuber movies just went to the fucking floor. And then I started telling myself, I don't even give a shit if it's good. I give a shit if it stays like faithful to its source material and their humor on their channel. The Jaydaddy movie called SCUMTOWN High absolutely does that. In fact, I saw him for the first time in 2024 because one of his videos went viral on Twitter. I had never laughed so fucking hard in my life. And I remember even thinking, I'm like, you know, Smosh made a movie, Shane Dawson made a movie, Fred made a movie, AVGN made a movie. What if Jaydaddy made a movie? How would he go about that? Like, doing this exact humor for a movie? I guess Jay must have been thinking the exact same thing. Now, what I didn't realize is that Jay actually had a TikTok years ago. So technically, 2022 is the first time I saw him. Because one of my friends was really pissed off about one of his videos, and she made a video about how ableist the skit he made. How he was. She was calling his one of his skits ableist. It was with his Jimmy character. I think the skit was a woman's giving birth to a retarded kid, and Jaydaddy's playing all the characters, and he says, "Push it back in." Right. I remember thinking when I saw that TikTok, I was like, "This guy is a really good actor." Like, I know it was only like a 7-second clip, but it's just, I was just like, he's different from any other influencer I've seen, because most TikTokers and YouTubers, they're not good actors, not even for YouTube or TikTok. I mean, there's a reason why most YouTubers can't actually break into Hollywood. They can only do YouTube and their own movies. But with Jaydaddy, I just noticed a lot of potential in just that 7 seconds where I'm like, he's a really good actor, like a really fucking good actor. And there are a lot of YouTubers who play their own characters, and I don't necessarily think that they're terrible actors, but I believe what they do could only work for YouTube, and that's it. With Jay, I believe he could absolutely be either the secondary character or a main character in a more mainstream comedy movie. In fact, I think if he really wanted to apply himself, he could do a serious blockbuster as well. So now I got the whole backstory out of the way. I want to talk about SCUMTOWN High, his actual movie. I know it's only 40 minutes, but I was really excited when he announced it. I was like, holy shit. So now I get to actually see what I fantasized about a couple of years ago. I get to see exactly how he approaches a Jaydaddy movie and incorporates that exact humor into the movie. And I am very happy to say SCUMTOWN High is very much a Jaydaddy movie. It absolutely sticks to the source material. It absolutely sticks to everything that he was doing on his YouTube channel. But this time it has a narrative. The production value is brought up, I believe. The IMDb says he spent $30,000 on it. I don't know if that's true, but the budget does show. I mean, either he built those sets or he rented a soundstage for some of those parts. And the camera quality has increased. And I really did like it. Now, as an actual movie, I mean, you know what I mean, listen, if you want to look at it from an objective point of view and judge it as a real movie, it's going to be a pretty low rating. But for a Jaydaddy movie, it is a 10 out of 10. It does everything that he was already doing on YouTube. The only thing that actually bothered me was some of the ADR. It kind of reminded me of Tommy Wiseau's dubs in The Room a little bit. I understand when you're filming in a car, you're going to have to dub those lines later, but some of it kind of annoyed me a tiny bit. That's the only thing that annoyed me about Jaydaddy's movie. And the movie definitely felt like an opportunity for him to show just how many characters he can play and how diverse of an actor he is. Right, and he is a very good. I want to emphasize this. Like, his acting is the strongest part of the movie, right? Even stronger than the comedy and the humor. And we'll get into the humor like in a minute. But I have never seen a YouTuber with this much acting talent where I'm like, you need to fucking get off YouTube and actually start going to auditions. Like, there's YouTubers who are like, I want to act, I want to sing, I want to do all these things, and I laugh, and I'm like, stay in your own fucking lane. Jay is completely different. I remember even that 7-second clip I saw on TikTok years ago, I was like, this guy is a very good actor. Like, he like some parts, like the part, like, okay, so the part where he's playing a woman and a jock, and they're sitting by a window during lunch and they're talking, that I actually forgot that they were both him. Like, that part, the dialogue and the way he's acting in that scene is so good that I actually forgot that they were both being played by Jay. Despite he doesn't shave his mustache when he plays women in the movie. Like it's very obviously him. Also, Jay, you look very pretty in a wig, by the way. Thank God we weren't in jail together. So I almost missed your movie because I was in jail, but luckily I was released in time and I was able to watch it. I watched the uncensored version on your website. So now we're going to talk about the humor. The parts, like, I would really recommend buying the uncensored version on his website because that's the version I definitely laughed the hardest at. I don't know if that was Jay's actual ass in there, but yeah, I saw some fake titties. I saw a big fake boner where one of his characters is beating the shit out of the killer with his giant dick. That's probably the part that got the biggest laugh out of me because I didn't expect it. But yeah, no, it was definitely a Jaydaddy movie. Way better than the Smosh movie simply because I believe his real name is Jeremiah. He actually stuck to the source material that was on his YouTube channel. He incorporated every single one of his characters, unless there's a couple that he left out intentionally. But from what I've seen from his channel and the movie, all of his characters are in there. All of them. So, yeah, I actually really enjoyed SCUMTOWN High. I don't regret my purchase at all, and I am very excited to see the next movie he works on. Hopefully this one makes its money back. And even if it doesn't, I don't think you need to spend $30,000 on a movie. I don't know if you'll see this, but I think you could easily do what you're doing for $1, because your acting is the strongest part of the movie. Like, you don't need to spend any money. Your acting is... what's the cheesy way to put this? It's priceless. You don't even need to spend any money on your next one. So even if you don't make your money back on this one, take it down to a smaller scale and then just focus more on the acting aspect. Write more parts where you can give yourself an opportunity to be serious. Maybe add a part where one of your characters cries in a convincing way. Like, you're acting, I don't know, I think you know you're a good actor. I think you know that. So your next project, I think you should really lean more into showing just how good your acting can be. Because I've never seen a YouTuber like with this level of acting talent. It's genuinely fucking impressive. And I don't know if people really notice how good of an actor you are because of the humor is so fucking crass, but I'm seeing potential where some people may not be seeing it. So your next project, I hope you just lean more into how good of an actor you are. So anyways, that's what I have to say about the Jaydaddy movie. Thanks.